What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Comic Book Nerd, where we talk all things major movie television news. I'm the host on the channel, Grant Sullivan, and sorry for taking a week off for you guys. I had stuff to do, but regardless, we are back, and we have some breaking news that came out from last night. We're going to break it down. The article states, headline, Marvel star Tuna Hureta has been arrested accused of sexual assault by musician Maria Ellen Rios as well. So, we have some breaking news. We're going to break down this article, what it means for Marvel Studios in today's video. But first, you guys are new to the channel, be sure to drop a like and subscribe so you guys don't miss out on any of the latest Marvel content. Again, we will be upping content this week as it is Flash week as well, so we got a Flash preview coming for you guys as well. But let's go ahead and break down this article. So, the article from the Los Angeles Times, this was originally reported by Variety, but the article from Los Angeles Times says, and I quote, Marvel star Tanoa Hureta accused of sexual assault by musician Maria Ellen Rios. This was published by a staff writer over at the Los Angeles Times on June 11th, about 5 o'clock Pacific time. Just now getting to this as well. But the article states musician Maria Ellen Rios has accused Black Panther Wakanda Forever star Tanoa Hureta of sexual assault. The article continues to go on and say, in a series of tweets, the saxophonist and activist called the Marvel actor a sexual predator while accusing him of sexually assaulting her. So, she went on Twitter basically calling him a sexual predator as well. The Times has reached out to Rios for more details on the allegations. Representatives from Huerta and Disney, which distributed Black Panther Wakanda Forever, did not respond Sunday to the Times' request for comment as well. So, it's basically saying that they didn't respond. Disney did not have any comment whatsoever on this as well. Moving on though, the article continues to state, Rios leveled the allegations this week after an activist organization based in Mexico, Puerto Rico, shared on social media an episode of the podcast El Festival de la Malinche featuring Rios. So obviously, I guess it was a Hispanic podcast. That is probably what's happening there. Hureta is a spokesperson for the podcast, a collective of actors, members of the media, and other figures working to combat racism in the entertainment industry and beyond. The article continues, Rios, a former member of the podcast, accused the organization via Instagram of sharing the podcast episode without her consent. She also alleged that the podcast host made her work for free and never compensated her. Additionally, she accused the podcast of claiming to be a community of anti-racists while being violent behind closed doors and defending Hureta. On Friday, the podcast said in a tweet, the host of the podcast said in a tweet that it could not pay Rios for something it did not produce, insisting that the organization did not publish the podcast episode, but simply recommended it along with other content. The collective did not respond to her comments regarding Hureta as well. Rios promptly implied by accusing the podcast of protecting sexual predator Hureta. She added that she makes it very clear to Hureta that upon leaving the organization that it did not make her have her leave permission to publish anything involving her. Hureta did not immediately respond Sunday to the Times requesting for comment. When another Twitter user asked Rios if Hureta had sexually assaulted her, Rios answered in the affirmative. So, she's confirming right there that Hureta did, in fact, sexually assault her. We will continue breaking the article down as well. Rios also used the social media site to explain why she didn't speak out sooner, demeaning Mexico, and citing a culture of injustice and violence against women. She also shared screenshots of hateful and threatening messages and she has received from strangers in response to allegations. It's very difficult, or this is the quote from her, it's very difficult to talk about the emotional abuse from and the power of a sexual predator who is loved around the world for playing a character in a movie such as Rachel, Rio tweeted on Saturday. Rachel is starred in a dozen movies and TV series, including The Forever Purge, Darkness Mexico, and Black Panther Wakanda Forever, which is why we're talking about this right now. His portrayal of Namor, the laundered antagonist of Wakanda Forever, drew widespread acclaim and was hailed for boosting on-screen representation and for darker-skinned indigenous people. This is the first superhero with an antagonist background, a Muslim black background, Marisa told the Times in November. It's a brown-skinned guy. This ancient culture in his roots and speaks out. We are making history. I told them, let's do something to be proud of. And the article pretty much just goes on to show the tweets that Rio has sent. So, to break it all down and sum it up for you guys right now, Pareta has been accused by Rios of sexual allegations. Now, what this means for the future of Marvel Studios. Now, if he were to come back in Secret Wars, which obviously I think he might, if he were to come back, then he will have to obviously undergo a bunch of court stuff. Obviously, this is important for the future of Marvel Studios regarding Secret Wars. So, regardless, it's very, very important for the future of the MCU on this. And we still have the Kang actor Jonathan Majors still dealing with stuff today as well. But that is going to be all for today's video. Let me know what you thought of the video in the comments down below. Just give me some quick thoughts on the article published by the New York Times. I think it's very important Marvel gets this done right for the future of Tanaka Pareta in the MCU if he does eventually come back in Secret Wars. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below though. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.